Okay, so here's a quick update to the Necromancer Sever build for Season 1. Like before, the build is going to be PvP focused, but you should be able to use it for PvE as well. I'll be using my Necro from the Eternal Realm just because I have everything there, but these are going to be the plans for my Season Necro that I'm leveling right now. Once I finish leveling and gearing that Necro, I'll be making another video in the future where I show off its gameplay and any additional changes that I make in the future. But for now, let's look at the Season 1 Malignant Hearts that I'm going to be using. The first heart is Sacrilegious. This heart says, walking near a corpse automatically activates a equipped corpse skill every second, dealing a percentage of your damage. The main reason we're going to be using this is to activate our corpse tendrils. It does not use the cooldown of corpse tendrils on our hotbar. This means we get higher uptime on all our CC effects, on our vulnerability, and on our legendary grasping veins aspect. However, it does not actually activate every second for corpse tendrils specifically. I believe it activates every 3 seconds, but I still think this is a must take for the build. The next heart I'll be taking is the Decrepit Aura heart. Now at first this heart doesn't seem that impressive. It says, when at least a number of enemies are near you, gain an aura that automatically curses surrounding enemies with the Decrepify aura. However, what makes this heart great is that it can actually roll with one enemy near you. That means as long as there's one enemy near you, even if it's a boss or a player, it will activate. And why we want this is because it frees up a skill slot on our hotbar. Now with what we're going to be doing with that empty spot, I'll go over that later. But for now, let's go into the third heart, which I think is still up in the air a little bit right now. The one I'm looking at the most is the Malignant Pact. It is the heart that cycles through a malignant bonus every 20 kills. It's either attack speed, having a chance to restore your primary resource, or gaining a barrier, which I think would be useful for PvP. Theoretically, if you're only interested in PvP, you could probably recycle to the effect you want, and then only fighting players and ignoring all the monsters you come by. I'll probably be too lazy to do that, and because of that, I'm going to be testing with other hearts as well, so this one's subject to change. Let me know down below what hearts you guys are most interested in. Alright, now moving on to the skill tree, we're going to be looking at what pretty much looks the same. The season patch did remove 2 points out of imperfectly balanced, so you can only have 1 point in there now, but that's actually perfect because we're going to take 2 of those points and put them into Iron Maiden, as well as enhance Iron Maiden. The third point we don't really need as it's not too useful to us for now. Okay, so looking at the gear, we can kind of make sense of why we're taking Iron Maiden. The main aspect I'm going to be adding is the aspect of the Damned. And it basically increases our damage when our targets have both Decrepify and Iron Maiden, which is now possible due to the Decrepify Aura heart. The other aspect I'm going to be using is the Torturous aspect. This aspect says enemies afflicted by your Iron Maiden have a 15 to 25% chance to be stunned for 1 second when they deal direct damage. Keep in mind, this doesn't say lucky hit, so this should be a lot of CC for PvP. I haven't tested it in PvP yet though, so I will be playing around with this. And the aspects I will be replacing will be the Retribution aspect, and most likely the Umbral aspect or the Accelerating aspect. And now I want to quickly go over my Paragon board. It has changed quite a bit since last time. I am now taking 6 total glyphs. The glyphs I'm running are going to be Amplify, Control, Darkness, Exploit, Sacrificial, and Territorial. There are new glyphs in Season 1 that I will be trying to test, but most likely I'll still be sticking to these. And one note is that our last board is the Blood Begets Blood board. We're only taking this for its glyph slot, and it just happens to have the most willpower, so that's why I'm taking it. I will be leaving a link to a build guide that I'll be constantly updating throughout the season. So check that out if you want a more detailed look, but otherwise, if you have any questions, feel free to leave any comments. I will also be testing a minion version of this build in the future, along with many other build ideas that I have planned. So if you're interested in that, subscribe to keep updated, but otherwise, thanks for watching, till next time.